Every morning, you wake up and quietly tell yourself a deeply comforting lie. You convince yourself that you are merely waiting for your big break, that the circumstances are against you, or that you simply haven't been dealt the right cards in life. In psychology, this is known as an external locus of control, a subconscious defense mechanism designed to protect your ego from a terrifying reality. The brutal truth is that the universe is not punishing you, and you are not a victim of bad luck. You are simply suffering from the consequences of a highly efficient, automated system of self-sabotage. You are holding a grand, ambitious vision for your future, yet you are executing it with the microscopic, undisciplined habits of someone who has already given up. For the next 5 minutes, we are going to dismantle the psychological illusion that is keeping you paralyzed. If you have the courage to listen, you will finally understand why your daily routine is silently assassinating your destiny. Consider Julian, a man drowning in the cognitive dissonance between who he is and who he believes he deserves to be. He possessed the intellect for greatness, constantly verbalizing his visions of building an empire and achieving absolute autonomy. Yet his behavioral baseline was hijacked by the pursuit of instant gratification. He suffered from severe temporal discounting, choosing the immediate, low-effort comfort of the snooze button and endless algorithmic scrolling over the delayed, high-friction rewards of building his future. As the years evaporated, Julian grew bitter, projecting his failures outward and diagnosing himself as a tragic victim of a rigged system. One evening, during a moment of psychological collapse, a mentor forced Julian into a ruthless cognitive audit. He handed Julian a single sheet of paper and instructed him to write his macro ambitions on the front. Julian quickly mapped out a life of financial freedom and prestige. Then, the mentor flipped the paper over. "Now," he instructed coldly, "write down the micro-behaviors you actually executed today." The contrast was paralyzing. Julian's monumental dreams were being systematically suffocated by his microscopic, self-destructive habits. The mentor looked at the devastating list and explained a fundamental law of behavioral psychology. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Human beings are essentially neurobiological algorithms, programmed by repetition. Every time you choose distraction over discipline, you are neurologically reinforcing the identity of a failure, wiring your brain to crave the path of least resistance. When you attempt to overhaul your entire life overnight, your amygdala perceives this massive deviation as a survival threat, triggering a stress response that forces you right back into your destructive comfort zone. This is why relying on motivation is a biological myth. The only way to rewrite your destiny is through the aggregation of marginal gains and deliberate neuroplasticity. You must stop trying to snap the entire bundled weight of your toxic behaviors in half. Instead, you isolate one single, minuscule variable. You don't try to conquer the world. You simply conquer the first 10 minutes of your morning, forcing your brain to accumulate undeniable proof that you are no longer the person you used to be. The true metamorphosis occurs when you stop viewing friction as an indicator of failure and start recognizing it as the exact neurological sensation of growth. When adversity strikes, an untrained mind immediately defaults to a victim narrative. But once you commit to this behavioral restructuring, you undergo cognitive reframing. You realize that hardship is not a cosmic punishment, but rather the mandatory stress testing of your new psychological infrastructure. Julian did not suddenly stumble into a stroke of immense luck, nor did his environment magically align in his favor. He simply shifted from a fragile, outcome-dependent identity to a ruthless, process-driven one. He stopped praying for reality to become easier and started demanding that he become harder to break. You are writing the algorithm of your own future with every tiny decision you execute today. You can either remain comfortably anesthetized by the illusion of bad luck, or you can take absolute, unwavering ownership of your micro-behaviors. If you are ready to dismantle your self-sabotage and rewire your mind for undeniable mastery, hit the subscribe button. We do not wait for destiny here. We engineer it.